push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. Oh, look at the juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here we go. We're good. We're good. 12.
On second down, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Shell. 12. 17.
3rd and long. It's gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He gets away from one. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Also over here. Hey.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Zoom. Hey, check 26. Jumbo.
Now it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From his goal line here, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation, 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
check 26.
Rodgers going to throw again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
I'll go over here.
Now Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
3-19 to 9.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Crosby puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, In this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Zoom, zoom. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. Landry, the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
That's fine. Yeah. Right now, you got 58. Run. Get it.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Flush to his right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
26. Here we go. 58. That's fine, yeah.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Over. Hey, where y'all going? Get 300. Get 300. 300.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Yeah, Liz. Hey, where y'all going? Reset. 319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give to Jones. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 40.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Let's go, come on.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
Well, now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side of the lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Zoom. Green 18. Hey, check 26.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, where y'all going?
Now Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Throwing is Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Super.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Goff throwing again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Merlin. 12. Maverick.
Third and long. It's gone. And now here's another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery. His 4th touchdown on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shifts by him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Hey, check 26.
Here's Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers continue to roll. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They are going for it. Goff. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The give is to Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers off on the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stop.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Watch 80. Watch 80. Hey, check 20. 26. Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Tiger.
Out of the gun. Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference.
And my goodness, another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Super one.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Rodgers looking to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Zerline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Zoom.
Rodgers throwing here. Going deep for Moncrief. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Heracles. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my hands, here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands, only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my head, been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already live. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back. How I roll now, no reasonable doubt, it's clear to see.